All right, welcome to race week. It is finally time to cap off this seemingly never-ending marathon build with lots of frustrations and roadblocks along the way. In this video, I want to talk about the things that I do in the last week of the taper leading up to race week, as far as nutrition, my mindset, some preparatory things, and some other things, like especially if you're traveling. But the first thing that I want to do in this video is head up to the track to complete my final speed session of this build. Coming up on number 8, and then after this 1 mile cool down, we'll be done. There it is. Woo! That's it. That's it. Now we race. So if you've ever trained for a big race, you've probably gotten well into the taper after your peak week, started to recover a little bit, but then you start having these little injuries, very specific areas start to pop up. And my thought is that they actually didn't pop up, they were always there, but because your body was globally stressed just everywhere, you didn't really pay attention to it. And now that you're getting closer to the race and performing well and feeling better and ready to go for race day is on the top of your mind, you start to be hyper aware of all these different things that you might not have been during your big volume weeks of training. For me though, I'm not sure if that's actually the case, because the things I've been feeling in my feet and ankle and calf area aren't things that just popped up. I've noticed them for a while now, and I think the reason why my left arch hurts and my right Achilles kind of calf doesn't have the pop that it usually does is because back in March I transitioned into flat-soled shoes, thinking that it would force my body to work the right way and to develop the muscles that it needed to because I have flat feet. That didn't happen. I think it's now causing some issues or whatever. Now I want to share some of the techniques that I've been using to at least, I don't know if they do anything physically, but mentally they make me feel like I'm helping recovery go smoother or actually happen. So the first thing is kind of a combination, and it requires some tools. It's using a massage gun and using a roller. And these are specifically for my feet. Like I said, my arch has been hurting, specifically on the inside, but then more toward my heel. And so using the massage gun and the roller, they're really able to press into the feet and stimulate them in a way that other ways like stretching or just self-massage with my hands can do. And that helps to get the blood flow to start flowing better, because the feet, even though you might think with running they get a lot of stimulation, they actually don't. They're an extremity, they don't get very good blood flow. But because the feet are the foundation of running, I want to make sure that they feel good and that I'm not suffering through the entire race. Now, the second thing that doesn't require any tools is simply getting on a set of stairs and doing calf raises with a static hold at the top and a nice good stretch and hold at the bottom. I'll do about 5 or 10 of these 3 or 4 times a day, and all of this stuff takes like maybe 5 or 10 minutes. I'm not going and rolling for 20 minutes on one leg because that's just unnecessary. And I've even heard that scientific studies have shown that it really doesn't do anything more than 30 seconds or a minute. Any more than that is sort of just wasting your time. Drinking a ton of water might seem like a great idea a few days out from the race to stay hydrated, but if you do that, you're going to throw off your electrolyte balances and it's not good for your body. So my aim is to supplement with about 2,000 milligrams of sodium per day, and then the day before maybe a little bit more, and do a sodium load before the race. I chose to go with the BPN electrolytes this time just because Switchback is all out, unfortunately, but they have a great electrolyte profile as well. And so I'm going to aim to drink about 2 of these with electrolytes per day, and then another probably at least 2 with just regular water. Now, the next thing that pertains to nutrition is I want to make sure this week that I'm not under-eating. If anything, I want to be overeating. I think I've under-ate a lot during this training cycle, and that's part of the reason why I haven't been able to recover as good as I think I should be. Now, you've seen it 1,000 times on this channel. I'm going with 3 dippy eggs, and they're not really dippy anymore. I gotta work on my egg game. I've forgotten how to make them. And then going with about 2 servings of oats with a serving of BPN protein powder. And the way I'm gonna make sure I'm eating enough is by entering all my food into the MyFitnessPal app, and especially as I go into Thursday and Friday for the carb load, specifically making sure I'm hitting the amount of carbs that I want to hit. Speaking of the carb load, let's head to the store and get what we need for this carb load. The last thing I want to talk about when it comes to recovery is sleep, because sleep is the biggest and most effective tool for recovery, and a lot of people don't get enough of it. Now, one thing that affects sleep is coffee. A lot of us runners like to also drink coffee, and we probably drink a lot more than we'd like to admit. And with all that coffee comes caffeine, unless you're drinking decaf. I am decreasing my caffeine consumption to about 1 large coffee in the morning, which is about 150 to maybe 200 milligrams of caffeine. And if I want coffee anytime during the rest of the day, I'm just gonna drink decaf. So by cutting caffeine consumption both in amount and cutting off at a specific time of day, I'll be able to hopefully fall asleep a lot faster. I'll be able to wind down at an earlier time in the night, which will then help me to be able to get up earlier and help the cycle of just falling asleep earlier, getting up earlier, and I'll hopefully be ready for that 4:30 a.m. wake up time on Saturday morning. So cheers. So it is currently 9 p.m. and I am pretty much just now leaving for Indianapolis. It's a 4-hour and 40-minute drive. The next tip here is pretty simple. pack your stuff early and don't wait around to leave. If you can leave earlier, just leave earlier. That way you can make sure you get a good night's rest 2 nights before the race, and you can get acclimated with the surroundings and where you can park and all of that stuff. Now with the carb load, it's essentially the same as I've been doing. Orange juice, bagels, bananas, oatmeal. Get a little bit of protein in there, but mostly focus on carbs. And then I'll try to hit around 600 grams of carbs today. That's about what I got yesterday. And I'll taper it off somewhere around like 6 p.m. That way I get the bulk of the carbs earlier in the day, and my body has time to really digest, and all I'm doing near the end of the day is just topping off. That way I am ready to go, no doubt, with my pre-race nutrition leading up to the race. Cool. Now that I'm settled into my Airbnb at Indianapolis post shakeout run, I want to talk about my nutrition plan and strategy for the actual race. It's essentially exactly the same as it was last year. So I'll have 1 caffeinated gel about 15 minutes before the race, and caffeine doesn't kick in until about an hour after it's consumed. So that'll kick in about mile 8.5. Every 30 minutes or so, or 4 miles or so, I'll have a nutrition alert on my watch that will tell me to, hey, take a gel. Then I will take a regular Go Gel every 4 or so miles until about mile 8, and then I'll have another caffeine gel, either 8 or 12, haven't really figured that out yet, to make sure that when it gets to about mile 20 or 22, that caffeine will kick in and give me that boost for the last 6 or so miles. Then inside my soft flask, which I have washed and I will wash again so it doesn't taste like vomit like last year, I'll have about 1.5 scoops of G1M Sport with a little bit of extra electrolytes put in there, and I will sip on this the entire race. It's supposed to be about 43 or 44 degrees, getting up to maybe 55-ish. And so sipping on this all the way throughout the race while taking water or whatever they have on course as well should get me to the end of the race well, like it did last year. So the last thing I want to talk about is mindset. Mindset for a big event like this is very important and can affect whether you have a good race or a bad race experience. If I know that all of the things that I've done are well planned out and I've meticulously went through every single thing, tried things during training, tested it, and make sure that I can do all I can to give myself the best shot of having a great race experience, then anything else that happens is really just out of my control. The weather, it looks good for this weekend, which is good, but if the weather sucks, that's out of my control. So I want to go into this race with a really positive mindset. And even though I'm not very confident that going sub 3 is in the cards right now, I'm still gonna go out with a very positive attitude. I am gonna be excited. I'm blessed to be able to just go and do this experience without being injured. I'm able to run with a ton of other people. That's something that I haven't been able to do in the past, well, pretty much always. So running with a lot of people is just, it's something that I'm going to enjoy doing. I am as ready as I can be for this race, and I just want to go and give it my all like I did last year.
and just have fun with it. Because at the end of the day, again, it's just running. I mean, yeah, I put a ton of time into this, but if I cross the finish line in a time that's worse than last year, but I had a great time, that's a net positive. And it'll be fun. And that's what running is supposed to be. It's supposed to be fun. One of the last things with mentality is feeling fast. Part of that, having a freshly shaved chin for maximum aerodynamics, and to make my mustache pop, which will make me about 1 minute per mile faster at least, with maximum aerodynamics. You know what they say, look good, feel good, run fast.
Oh, no.
And,
I
wait.
forgot a piece.
Oh, you forgot a piece?
I forgot a piece. The shoes, 400 miles in.
I got to redo.
ready.
So I'm over here making this really nice looking flat lay photo, and this guy comes out and he just slaps it all the way down.
That's how I roll.
So it's currently 6 a.m. on race morning, and I'm gonna do something a little different than I have before, and I'm actually gonna make a checklist of just everything that I need to be sure that I'm gonna have a good race. Don't want to forget shoes, don't want to forget gels, don't want to forget anything. If anything, I want more than I need. So going through and creating a list on my phone here, and I'll check it off before we leave here around 6:30 a.m. I'm also currently sipping on about 2,500 milligrams of electrolytes to preload my body before the race. I'll stop drinking this, finish it off around 6:30, 6:45, so that I can improve the blood flow and all that good stuff that I've talked about before. I'm really trying to just keep a level head here and stay warm, stay hydrated, stay fueled, and get ready to rock. That's pretty much it. I mean, I've done all of the training that I can, and I'm just gonna go out, have a positive attitude, and just send it. Have a great time. It's time to finally go and run this race that I've been training 4.5 months for. And if you like this video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you want to keep on following along in this journey. There's nothing else to say. Gotta put on my pre-race throwaway clothes, put my shoes on, head out the door, and I'll see you on the other side.